want to talk about deal making in general. The problem with being a deal maker, and I know some of you say, oh, there's a problem with being a deal maker. Yes, there is a problem with being a deal maker. The problem with being a deal maker is that you have to have your thinking in order. So the reason why most of us aren't deal makers is because we don't think in that manner. We don't think in that manner. Right now, every day, each of us, we pass potential deals. Every day, we drive, we walk, we go, we talk to people, and every day, potential deals slip through our hands. And one of the biggest reasons why that happens is, again, the way we think. Most of us, 90% of us, think like consumers. And until you eradicate that thought process, you're going to continue to miss deals. How many people have heard Sherman talk about the way an investor thinks, a deal maker? An investor, what is the first question that a deal maker, an investor, thinks when a situation is presented? How can I take advantage of that? How do I make this work for me? And then the next question, I heard someone over here say it, who's going to pay for it? We know it has to be paid for. So we now think, who's going to pay for this? I'm not going to pay for it. I want to take advantage of it, but I'm not going to pay for it. So that's the way an investor, that's the way a deal maker thinks. Now, because most of us don't have that thought process in our head, we've got to figure out how to now bring about that metamorphosis so that those thoughts will start to pop into our head first. Before we start thinking, the consumer walks past a house, vacant, and says, I can't afford that, so. And they keep walking. That's the consumer. The deal maker looks at the house and goes, wow, how do I make that work for me? And who do I know that has the money that can help me to do this deal? So now we've got to bring about that metamorphosis. How do we do that? Well, for those that don't know, every Friday, say it with me, every Friday, we do go by the Prince George's County school system in terms of, so as long as school is going on, we have the cash flow game. If there is some sort of, weather issue or something, or the school system closes, then we follow suit. But other than that, give it to me. When?
Every Friday.
Every Friday we have the cash flow game. Now, the wonderful thing about the cash flow is that you can go absolutely crazy in that game. How many people would like to go bankrupt and not have it really affect you? I have done it. I have went crazy in that game. I test all kinds of strategies. I do all kinds of things. I borrowed $1 million at one time, and it bankrupted me. And I had to turn to one of my fellow investors and say, hey, can you bail me out? And he bailed me out. And guess what happened? I came back the following Friday unencumbered. Didn't have to worry about it. See, the beauty of cash flow is that you can test out your strategies. You can come in there and play outside of your comfort zone. Most of us come to that game and we do the same thing we do in life. I got $30,000 in the bank. Well, you got 40 deals on the board. Well, I don't want to spend this money. Why not? First of all, it's not yours. It's the game's money. So that's the place where you go and you step outside of your comfort zone. Understand this, you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. You guys look extremely comfortable. I'm going to help you get out of your comfort zone. Come on up here with me. Who? You became an owl all of a sudden? She said, who? Come on up here. Come on up here with me. And if you don't force yourself outside your comfort zone, guess what you're going to do? You're going to stay in your comfort zone, and you will continue to stay there. Don't lean. Stand up here. Come on up here, right beside me. Would you like to? Come on up.
No, this is his comfort zone.
Oh, this is, no, then you sit down. No, sit down. Sit down.
Oh, yeah, this is comfort.
Take the mic. Okay. So, introduce yourself to the group here.
I'm Daisy Chesley. I'm Daisy Chesley. I'm on Team 5.
You're on Team 5 of the apprentice class. So how are things going with the apprentice class?
Wonderful.
What is your role?
We're learning. I'm sort of a guest.
Oh, okay.
I'm like his guest. So we're doing the contracting part.
Okay. So you're working with the contractors. Mm-hmm. Okay. So how are you finding things in terms of how many non-apprentice members have you introduced yourself to?
Well, in the other class, there's a couple I know from the other class.
Okay. How many people have you met tonight?
None.
None?
No.
How long have you been here this evening?
We got in about 6 o'clock.
About 6 o'clock.
Talking to Furman.
Furman,
earlier.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So before you leave here this evening, I want you to talk to, how many should we say, 5, 10? 5 is good. Okay. I want you to introduce yourself to 5 people. Mm-hmm. I want you to get their contact information, and I just want you to just have a general conversation about what it is that you hope to do. Okay. Here in terms of real investors and progressing when it comes to real estate.
Okay.
Okay?
I'll do that.
All right, give Daisy a hand. Hold on. Stay up. Stay up here until you get you got to take your hand. They're giving you a hand. You can't walk away while they're applauding you.
Thank you.
Applaud her again, please.
And today is my birthday too, by the way.
Oh, today is her birthday. Well, happy birthday. So, you must get out of your comfort zone. I'm going to tell you, being comfortable is okay if you want to be average. Well, the problem with being average, can somebody tell me what the problem with being average? Thank you. Who wants to be that? Nobody. That means we have to be more than average. We have to be better than average. We have to get out of our comfort zone. And we must force ourselves to do that. Well, the cash flow game will allow you to force yourself out of your comfort zone. Cash flow not only will allow you to force yourself out of your comfort zone, but it'll also allow you to see firsthand how you handle money, how you behave with money. And you will never be able to change how you behave with money until you actually see it. Until you actually see it. It's just like going to the doctor. You're not able to heal yourself until you get diagnosed. Well, once you diagnose how you handle money, some of us hoard money because we're afraid of it. You don't need to be afraid of money. You don't need to be afraid of money. Money is just another tool that we use to do things.